Okay, to start off this little series on tracked vehicles, what we're going to have a quick look at is a little bit of the setup that you need to take into consideration before you even go on to rigging or anything like that, is the material setup and the UV mapping. Okay, now as you can see here, I've got the one that I've been working on for quite a while, so what we'll do, we'll just invert that, select all the bones, get rid of that so we don't get any confusion here. Okay, so what's so important about the material setup of a tracked vehicle? Well, let's go on to the material editor, and you'll see here that on this tracked vehicle, or tank if you want to call it that, you have two material slots. Now the first material slot is obviously for the main vehicle, the wheels and all the rest. The second material slot is for the tracks. Because when we get in game, it has to separate these two materials apart, because the track material will actually be animated by code, so it pans along with the speed of the vehicle, so it looks like the track's moving, and that's the way they cheat. Well, I suppose all the games do it that way, because it's a lot easier for them to move the texture along than what it is to move the mesh. Now, what's the best way to do this? Well, let's have a look here. Now you've got a standard material. I'm just using a blank space at the moment. Now if you click on that, you'll get the material on map browser. Now what you want to do is go down here and see multi sub object. Okay, now you can keep it or discard it, whatever. And it'll come up showing you 10 slots. Now we don't want 10 slots, we just want 2 slots. Okay, so we set the number, scroll it down, there's 1, 2. Okay, and straight away we've just got 2 slots. Alright, now that's how to get that. We'll go back to my main one there. Now you'll notice here I've actually named the slots. Okay, skin 00 for the material number 1 and skin 01 for the second one. Okay, this is a little trick I learned quite a few years ago and probably picked up off 3D Buzz, one of their videos. It helps the exporter to define which material is which. Okay, it's just a little trick. A lot of the time you don't need it, but I've found when I start playing with multiple materials, okay, like in this case, it does help. And obviously if you've got say 4 or 5 slots in there for specialist parts or whatever, just slot in there, increasing the numbers as you go. The thing that you want to remember is that 3ds Max starts with the material IDs 1, 2, 3 and on and on and on, where Unreal Tournament starts with 0. Okay, it goes 0, 1, so that's where you get this little bit of difference. Now we'll just leave that open for the moment, select the mesh. Now how do we sort this out? I mean, a lot of people who've done a lot of material work and mesh work in 3ds Max will know all about this, but for those that don't, well, if you already know about it, you can switch this video off and go do something else. But for those that don't, now the best way I've found to do this is, obviously you build everything up separate, all your little parts, you apply your materials, so you've got an idea what you're doing. Okay, now to double check, alright, now we'll select the polygon mode, select all your polygons. I'll probably do easy to do this in the element mode. Now I've got to be careful that I haven't got Now here we go. There we go. Select the whole lot. Now these are the ones that need to have. I'll just show you the material here. There we go. Land tank blue. View image. Yeah, really great. Fantastic. Okay. Now that's. If you've not used this, you go back up to the parent, back up again, and you're back there. Okay. To the start. So we have all the elements and all the polygons selected, and you go down to polygon properties, set ID to 1. Yeah, material ID to 1. Okay, and that's what we need for there. Now the tracks, slightly different ball game. As you can see, we've got the tracks selected there. Now in the polygon properties, you've set the ID to 2. Okay, and that's how we want it. And just to show you a little bit more, okay, we'll just slap a UV map on editor on there, and there you can see. You like that? Well, whoa, hang on a minute, is that right? Because let me show you the track. I know we'll go bouncing around all over here. View image. Now when you've got this far, one of the quirky things with Max is that it will stretch your texture or your UV map to fit this square shape. Now this is why I suggest you do the tracks beforehand, UV map it, apply the texture. Okay. Now as you can see, I'm using, to be honest, I can't remember the actual sizes for this, but it's probably something like 248 by 512. Okay. Now if we go material 1, as you can see there, alright. Now if I go on to material 2, you see that it's all been stretched out of proportion. Okay, but don't worry about it. That's why you need to do that sort of thing beforehand, and then mix it together, well, attach them all together and export them. Okay, just in case you got worried about things looking a bit quirky on your UV map, don't worry about it. It should work in the end. And all you do, just to make sure, put it at an angle. Now, is it going to do? It wouldn't do this for me the other day. No, it's not doing. Oh, there we go. Here we go. And as you can see, the actual map or texture is applied correctly on there. You can see it's taken a bit of time due to my settings and me recording this. Okay, so that's that. So long as you got those materials set up like that, you should be fine. Okay, we'll move on to rigging in the next video. Bye bye.